we're going to law number 3. It says a game is played by 2 teams, each consisting of not more than 11 players, and one of whom shall be the goalkeeper. Well, Bafana played with 12.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Yeah. If you did not see, he's on one side, I said 1, 2, 3, by 12, pagat. Bapulim teto, Abapulangam teto, Niabu, Nelo 3.
That's an easy one, that one. They broke the laws, all of them. I will get into that one in just a bit. Okay, please do join us in conversation. Hugo Bruce, what's that mix in the player? The players are young, youthfulness, experience. How do you level the player? I'm Hugo Bruce. I think Wokena Otaridiralang Holo. Hit us up on SABC Sport across all our social media platforms there. I'd love to see your messages scroll past here. I'd love to read some of them as well. Welcome to it. This is Soccerzone, and as per usual, we ask you, Ketom Tandayo, as we take a look at, of course, who's done well over the past weekend, and we show you 3 different players, and you'll tell us. But firstly, let's go to Mazola Molefe.
Yeah, thank you, Andile. After a long trip from South Africa or Tambo all the way here to Mexico City, and then some 2-hour drive to Pachuca, where Bafana will be based for the duration of the tournament as long as they are here. That's where we are. Just around me here are the facilities in excellent condition. Unfortunately, we couldn't yet be given permission to go inside because the team, as you know, with the visa saga, have not arrived yet, but they are on their way. And as soon as we have word on them being on the ground, we'll be able to have access and potentially some interviews as well. But hear what Coach Hugo Bruce had to say about the delays with Bafana having to stay behind and lose a day before they have to travel to Mexico.
And now we are very happy, and everybody is happy that we can go to Mexico. So the past days it was a little bit stressy, also with all the problems we had. But again, those problems are behind us now, and now we focus on what's coming.
Yeah, next up is SAFA President Denny Jordan speaking about this particular saga as well, and confirming that the Federation has since appointed a 3-man task team to help team manager Vincent Tseka throughout the competition as well, to make sure that they do not encounter any more difficulties when it comes to visas are sorted, but any traveling plans, as Bafana are also going to go to Atlanta and to Monterrey as well for the other 2 matches against Czechia and South Korea. Here's the president of SAFA.
Well, we still need 1 passport from the Americans. Of course, they refused the visa, but they give no reasons. So it's very difficult to deal with the process where you don't get information, and they don't oblige to give you information. And we hope that that will also be resolved, and that all of our people will be gone. But all of the players are there. 99% of the technical staff are on the plane, and they will now focus and begin for the match against Jamaica on the 5th, and then the match on the 11th against Mexico. That's the opening of the World Cup. And we said to Hugo Bruce and the players, we want to wish them all the best.
I think it's Coach Hellman who's not here, right?
Yes, Coach Hellman, he is around, okay, but we still have to see what issues, which we don't know. We are clutching in the dark, but we hope that matter will be resolved.
And then now finally, let's bring it back to the Betway Premiership, where a lot is happening from a Kaizer Chiefs point of view. At the moment, Sporting Director Kaizer Motaung Jr. is in Germany, presumably to prepare for that pre-season tour of Kaizer Chiefs at the end of the season as well. And it could be that there's potential to continue the search for a coach there. But a man who is definitely on the candidates list is none other than Fernando da Cruz. You'll remember him, that he came with part of Nabi's delegation 2 years ago, but had to leave to go work for the Morocco FA. And I'm told that soon he could be tendering his resignation if talks with Kaizer Chiefs reach a stage where he's ready to return and become their coach as well. And as I wrap up, Thapelo Morena, someone who's missed out on being here in Pachuca with Bafana Bafana to join the national team, has got a contract extension, his option being triggered by Mamelodi Sundowns to stay on another season. But I want to go back and throw it to your guys as I prepare to go and continue to cover the FIFA World Cup. What does Hlompho Kekana and Mark Haskins think of the potential of Fernando Cruz being a Kaizer Chiefs coach? Although he's not yet confirmed, he's simply just a candidate at this stage.
Thank you very much. Mazara Molefe is going to be covering the World Cup on behalf of the SABC. You're going to be seeing him working there as well. He's already in Mexico and will be following Bafana Bafana. Our coverage of the FIFA World Cup 2026 will be live and experienced on SABC Sport. Sabo, he asked a question. He says that Cruz seems to be the lead for Kaizer Chiefs. Is he the right person? If so, we know him. He was part of Nabi's delegation, which is a bit of a shocker because even the ones that you used last season were part of Nabi's delegation. Or is there somebody else that you would throw in there?
Well, when I look at the guy's age, I thought this is in the right age to coach a big team like Kaizer Chiefs. I don't know about his experience in terms of coaching a big team like Kaizer Chiefs. But I do know that when you coach a Kaizer Chiefs team, you have to have, obviously, the experience and the know-how of your game. But more than anything, you must be result-driven. But the other thing that I would love to see is to see Kaizer Chiefs that is being coached by one man, and that one man should be obviously leading the whole team.
And ultimately, he's going to be the decision maker. And,
yeah,
the buck ends and starts and ends with him. Again, it's someone who's familiar with Kaizer Chiefs, familiar with the players. Maybe it makes sense to them. Maybe he showed something in his early when he came with Nabi that the club really liked, and so. Let's hope it works, because as South Africa, we need a strong Kaizer Chiefs.
Well, he was a technical coach out at AS FAR Rabat, which is the team that we went to see play just over a week ago. So he does have experience at that level.
Yeah, for sure. He will have a big value in terms of making sure that he brings results. But more than anything, I think the one thing that me and Mark will always agree about is the fact that we Kaizer Chiefs team that wants to compete and participate in the big matches. They have to have one leader who can obviously lead the team the right direction.
I just wonder, though, is it enough experience? Because that's his only managerial job. As a technical manager, technical director, he's done a lot of such jobs before this year. But we'll have to wait and see as Kaizer Chiefs keeps everybody in suspense as to who the next coach will be. Seems like names like Mangoba Mngiti and Pitso Mosimane have fallen off from that. What are your thoughts on the local coaches?
Well, they have what it takes to coach Kaizer Chiefs. Whether Coach Mangoba or whether Coach Pitso, their experience. But the question is, are they ready for them? Because they've got different character in terms of how they deal with stuff.
Again, I don't understand why. I think definitely you mentioned those two specifically, Coach Mangoba, Coach Pitso. They've managed at the highest level on the continent. If you look at what they've done on the continent, the experience on the continent, that's where Chiefs want to go, because the mandate previously for the coaches, or what we now know why they were sacked, is because they didn't get a Champions League place. Yeah. Who's better to do that than coaches who've been there, done that? So I think we're overlooking possibly the local coaches in that regard then. Well,
speaking of from coaches selection to Katom Tanda selection, this is the MVP. 3 players that did rather well this past weekend. Which one are you going with?
Lesogana ke ile ba re ke Alia Lopez o re ganeditse go nwesha re le Bafana Bafana against a team that we didn't know much about them, but he made sure that we don't score.
Yeah, certainly he stood up tall in that match, and then one man who stood up on Friday night as well is Brian Leon with 2 goals to bring Sundowns from the edge of defeat to victory.
Yeah, Bennett Mfanaka. Ke bona future mo go ena Mfanaka o ka tswela pele ka this kind of finish. The all-time leading goal scorer Bafana Bafana o itse ya Mfanaka. Hlogo fela. Yeah, hlogo fela e ka no ba bonolo like you are, son. If I get you are going places.
Benedict, same WhatsApp group. Benedict.
No, Benito.
Benedict
Remember
Masinga.
Sundowns once said Benito Masinga.
Okay. No, but with that kind of finish, I promise you, the sky is the limit.
Okay.
Well, there you have it. Vote for your MVP. Is it going to be Benito? Is it going to be Leon or Lopez? Choose Omtanda. When we come back, we've got the Sundowns versus Red Bull game. What a festival of football. And then we're going to be giving you Bafana Bafana as well out at Orlando Stadium. But when we come back, we'll start off with all the playoffs drama. Cape Town City unhappy. Police had to be called in order to stop and separate people in their second match. But was it a penalty? Tatana will tell us. Let's go to the playoffs when we come back.
Estadio Guadalajara is one of the most architecturally striking venues in the world. Located in Zapopan in the Mexican state of Jalisco, the stadium has a capacity of just under 50,000. The site was inspired by a volcano. The exterior features a sloping parkland that rises to the stadium's upper levels, while the white roof is designed to resemble a cloud hovering over the summit. The seating inside is arranged like a red crater. Known commercially as Estadio Akron, it is the home of Liga MX side Chivas de Guadalajara.
Yachitela nje Gabi valela phakathi khabona pholo kusanetheni washa yena lapha ke umso walapha ke elusikisiki Eastern Cape yena lapha ke uSipho sethu uNdlabi
Arabana Chalo Fantala abatsa khilet Punche Sabegala Chalo Motsileng yale kawana la lutuli abanza khwele ke bona kwatsifa bona Fantala Baba Sirela Tsakwana Tunot Hakitsura ke tirotlo tswa karata fa Francis Wamukati karate Kibiru.
Well, here we go. It's PSL promotion playoff. 2 matches have been played. 3 goals have been scored. Milford shocking Cape Town City, but some might say it's not a shock at all if you look at how the season has gone in the Motsepe Foundation Championship. Mike Casey, the PSL team and the playoffs putting 2 past Cape Town City, albeit the first one controversial.
Yeah, certainly. You look at where Cape Town City are now, it's pretty much over for them in terms of this playoff. It would take a miracle for them to advance from the
But it's still possible.
Mathematically, still very possible.
They can get to 6 points.
Because the best they can do now is 6 points. I always say, in any league format, 2 points per game is generally good enough to win you the format. 2 points per game here would be 8 points. 8 points, you need a minimum of 8 points to really want to win it. So it's going to be very, very tough from here on out for Cape Town City.
Yeah, worried about them and how they go about the playoffs. For me, I thought the first game that they lost at home really spoiled everything for them, and it was too many errors in that match, where I thought with their experience they could have known better than they can allow a team like Milford to get into their last line with ease, because they did that, and I was disappointed to see how they considered that penalty.
Well, I mean, and it was to be. When you look at that team, it's so exciting on paper. You'd even pit it against the other 2 teams and say, this is the one. The mix of experience as well as, of course, the youngsters.
Yeah.
It just says, I mean, look at that. Look at the names that read off that. You remember what Jaden Rhodes was doing when he was in the Betway Premiership. Wouldn't think he'd go down with them. You've got the experience of Lorenzo Codinho, who captained the side. You've got Gabriel Amato. He's young, but she was a male fit boy. These are the players. Zandon Zamovic as well. Remember Matthias Galaxy before he went to Iran. Look at what the subs look like. Look at how the subs read, Mark. This is a game against...
this is the first game against
Milford. The first
Milford.
game against Milford.
Yeah, and again, look at the experience on the bench. And so that's my only concern. And that's what did they get the balance between youth and experience right? Because in the center, in the heart of midfield, you've got Dakir Lee as well as Gabriel Amato.
Yeah.
While you've got a Miguel Tim sitting on the bench.
Thank you.
You know, it's two completely different generations, but Miguel Tim has won titles with an Orlando Pirates. When you need a match winner, someone who's been there, done that, they went with the youth, and so unfortunately it has not paid dividends.
Jabulo Ngobo's there, Prince Chiweza, the Namibian, is there.
Especially, sorry, Andy, to cut you, especially in a playoffs, these are promotional games. So you cannot afford to experiment about the players. Make sure that the best players, you put them in the field. And luckily, in these playoffs, they don't restrict you when it comes to age.
Whereas it's what they used to.
Thank you.
Go MFC.
So you have the players that can win you football matches. Like Mike say, Michael Jim is there, Kigen Dole is there, Jabulo Ngobo is there, Godino is there. Make sure...
Prince Chiweza has AFCON experience.
Yeah, so make sure
it's a player who's played at a very high level, and so I think that's it's a tough one. I love seeing youth on the field. I love seeing young players being given a chance, and nobody does it better than Cape Town City.
Yeah.
But at what expense have they now done it? That's the only challenge that you look at here.
These are the players they went with. Caden Fortune, very unfortunate in that second game because. He then gets misjudged for that or judged for that penalty call. Then you have what you're saying now, Dakir Lee, who holds the center of midfield for them. Gabriel Amato, he's got a bit of experience, but still a young player. Emil Witbooi gets brought on to change the game. We forget he's only 17 years old.
Yeah, well, when I see youth on the field, I get excited. But then you need to bring the team to the Premier League. And you're in a space where you either do it or you're going to go that route of going to play another 30 games. So which one do you take? And I believe the planning there for me, I thought it was...
a lot of times when you look at football, you think about your spine.
Yeah.
And your spine is striker, 10, midfield, the centre-backs, goalkeeper. And they have, like, 3 of those players are down their spine. And so there's a lot of youth in the spine where you need experience, because that's the core. You're nothing without your spine. That's what you base your team on. And if they've fallen short, I do believe it's probably because of the inexperience down that spine.
Imidlalo yabo ke hlompa bedlalile ku Mutsipe Foundation Championship ukuze bathole le position le bakuyo njengamanje.
Go a bontsha gore le ge bana le club tsa go ba team ile gore bana le di players le gore they exciting, di na le experience. Go bontsha ga botse gore kwa Mutsipe Foundation Championship ga go bonolo maare tsa go bona form ya bona in the last 4 games ba kgonne go wina 3 ba draw o te ba lose o mote. Go a bontsha gore go tloga go le bimanyana, and I thought they were going to capitalize in making sure that they're in a space where it's just only a short period where you have matches back to back. You have to make sure that you win them.
Hangar mogolona make motlhomongwe bothata kapa problem ke gore coach ra ya bona khazange a coach a senior team, hana experience ya go coach a team and a experience, because when you look at his entire career, it's been with youth teams.
And again, I mean, you can see in the makeup of his team, he believes in the youth. He's worked with the youth his whole life, and you can definitely say that he's improved and he's really taken these young players to another level, because Gabi Amato is an exceptional player now. He's done exceptionally well for this team over the last 2 seasons. But the reality is, at the end of the day, when you look at the experience that was needed, unfortunately, I still believe that might be where they're just lacking a bit.
And that he didn't lose the match because of age. You get me right. It's the technical play that let them down. And that's why I said the first goal, the first game, how they committed that penalty. I mean, you are playing in the playoffs. And this is a match where you cannot afford to lose or being scored at home. Make sure that you tick all the boxes of defending. They didn't kill the space behind. That's why the opposition in Milford, the hard-running team, managed to break them and even face the goalkeeper 1v1. You cannot do that in a promotional matches. You must make sure you kill that last line, and obviously comes back to the tactics and even one will say the structure of the coaching.
And again, the funny thing is, you speak about young players. Young players get bullied. We can look at it how we want to, Tlompo. You know, at the end of the day, young players are going to get bullied on the field. When you have a 19-year-old against a 27, 28-year-old, there's 10, 11 years between them, or whatever. And then when you're going in, getting stuck in, there's a difference. And that's what's going to happen in these playoffs. They're going to get stuck in. And so when you have a 19-year-old trying to go get physical with someone who's twice his size, it's always going to be difficult.
Let's look at some moments, Trumpo, as you was about to start now, from the game against Milford, which was their first game. They were at home. And this sets you up for the rest of this mini tournament.
Thank you. And that's why they got it wrong. Look at this, the ball. The ball is here, kill the best space behind. And that's why the problem lied in making sure that they conceded at home. And there's moments in a promotional league where you can't do like you normally do in a league match where you've got 30 games, you can still recover. This is the one match that require you to win it and get 3 points that will...
Match a final, let's say 4.
Every match is a final.